Hi, Nicole. Good morning.
Maybe in the morning.
How was everything?
I'm fine.
Were you waiting for the link or something like that?
I was waiting that you will write me a message that you are in the meeting.
No, we actually, if for example, if we stay an hour, you directly connect, right? I'm always on time. If I'm going to be late or something like that, I always let my students to know about it. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, don't worry. So, okay, we stop in future time classes, right? So, oh no, it was in, so I neither, if I'm not wrong. Yes, I guess we stop in, yes. Do you know, can you please help me to remember until what part we stop?
With neither.
Oh, okay. Yes, I thought it. Okay, so today's lesson is about future time clauses. This is not a new time tense, right? But it's a combination, right? It's a mix between two time tenses, okay? And the structure of this lesson, well, I mean the name of this clause, it's a little bit not complex, but it's weird, right? So first of all, we're going to listen the audio.
Hi, it's Emily. You've made a lot of progress in this course so far, haven't you? And I'm sure you're going to learn a lot more before it's over. I hope you won't stop studying English after you finish this class. Before it's over and after you finish are future time clauses. Let's learn more about them.
Okay, after it's over and before it's over and after you finish are some examples of this new lesson. Okay, to understand this lesson, the first thing that we have to know is what is the meaning of clause, right? We have two different kind of clauses, but we're going to look for them forward. But something that you have to know is the meaning of it. It is the subject. It's a sentence, okay? What does it mean? If you have a subject and verb, it is directly a sentence, okay? If you have a subject and verb in a verb, you have a sentence, you have a clause, okay? He plays, for example. So this is a clause. Okay, so all right, now you know what is a clause. We're going to continue with the first round.
We often use a future time clause with a main clause to show the relationship between two future events. They show which event will happen first and which will happen next. Dean and Jackie are going to talk about you as soon as they get here. In the example, Dean and Jackie are going to talk about you is the main clause. As soon as they get here is the future time clause. Talia means that first Dean and Jackie will get to the restaurant. Immediately after that, they'll talk about Nick.
Okay, so all right. Let's see the first example. Dean and Jackie are going to talk about you as soon as they get here. As you can see, we have the first clause because I have my subject and then I have my verb. The rest of the clause is like a complement, right? It's not important for us at all. And then we have a second clause. How do I know? Because I have the subject and I have the verb. So until this part, I have two clauses, right? The first one and the second one. We're going to see the structure then, but when are we going to use this kind of a structure? Because as you can see, both sentences, both clauses are in the future, right? We're going to use this structure, this type of clauses, in order to talk about the future. I mean, what is the relationship between two future actions, okay? But the difference is that one action is going to happen first. So what is the first one? As soon as they get here, so this is the first action. Immediately, Jin and Joki are going to talk about you. So as you can see in our timeline, I have two actions. Both are going to happen in the future, but one is going to happen first, and then the second action is going to be the later one. Okay, that's all. That's when we're going to use this structure. And now let's look. Let's take a view in our structure. Well, it's not difficult. Each clause has a name. The first clause has a name, and it is called. Give me a second. Okay, and it is called. First, Dean and Jackie are going to talk about you. That sentence is called, that clause is called main clause, like a principal statement, right? Okay. In the main clause, we're going to find the structure of the future. What does it mean? In this case, we're using be going to, right? Be going to. And then I have another structure in order to talk about the future, and it is will, my auxiliary will. They will talk about you, right? Okay, in our main clause, I'm going to use the structure of be going to or will. The second, and this is the weird part, as I told you at the beginning, the second clause, it is called the future time clause. In the future time clause, I'm only going to use the structure of the simple present. I know because of the name, maybe we were supposed to think, okay, if it's future time clause, why it doesn't use the, or why are we using another structure, right? But it is how it works, right? A pesar de que en el nombre tengamos el future time clause, no quiere decir que la estructura lleve el futuro. Solo puedo utilizar el simple present, okay? So, as soon as he gets here, she gets here, they get here, okay? Okay, and something that is important though is to identify which action is going to happen first, right? Generally, the future time clause is the first action, right? And then the main clause is the second action. But both are going to help us to talk about the future, but one action is going to happen first. I mean, I have the earlier action and I have the later action. And that will be everything about point number 1. I don't know if you have any question, maybe?
No, miss, everything is okay.
All right, thank you. So let's continue with the second point.
The verb in the main clause is in the future with will or be going to. The verb in the time clause is in the present.
I'll cough when I see them.
I'll cough is the main clause. When I see them is the future time clause. Remember, we don't use will or be going to in a future time clause.
Okay, let's continue with the second point. We're going to focus on the main clause. It's the principal clause, okay? As I told you at the beginning, in the main clause, we're going to use the future, will or be going to. Then I'll call when I see them. So this is the main clause. We can say, right, that this is the second action. When I see them, I'll call. Okay. So the second action, I'm going to place it or conjugate it into the future time tense, will or be going to. So we don't use will or be going to in our future time tense. Take care. So if I'm going to say, I'll cough, this is great because it's the main clause. How about this one? That is the future time clause. If I'm going to use the future, will or be going to, this is incorrect. I could say when I see them. Don't forget that in the future time clause, we only use one time tense, and it is a simple phrase. So as you can see, Nick is trying to show a relationship between two actions, two events that will happen in the future, but he's trying to explain which action is going to happen first. In this case, the first clause is when I see them. The second action is I'll call. So it's like an action and a result, if we could call it that. Okay, so that will be everything about main clause. You can also conjugate in the negative one, right? But it's up to the context. Todo depende del contexto. But it's most to show a relationship between two future events. Okay.
Okay.
Is there any question, maybe?
How can I conjugate this sentence in a negative form?
Okay. We could actually do it, but we have to change the time tense, right? Se podría hacer, pero habría que cambiar los tiempos verbales. Por eso decía, mayormente se utiliza para afirmar, right? I'm going to show you some examples at the end of the class, right? I guess we have some slides in person. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let's continue with point number 3.
We often use when, after, and as soon as in a future time clause to introduce the event that will happen first.
Nick and Talia will go into Valentino's as soon as they put on their wigs.
In the example, Nick and Talia will first put on their wigs. Then they'll go into Valentino's.
Okay, we have some time phrases, right, or time words to talk about, to introduce the future time clause, okay? What does it mean? In some cases, right, in some cases, I mean, the case of after, when, and as soon as, it is going to indicate us if the action starts first, right? So if I'm going to use as soon as, when, or after, apart from that, it has each time phrase, each time word has a different meaning, okay? It's not, the difference is, it's notable, but in this point, we're going to say that could be equal, right? Si bien estos time words tienen, son para introducir la acción que va a pasar primero, es decir, el future time clause, tienen cierta diferencia, ¿ok? No es lo mismo que yo utilice when y after. Ahora, sí puede pasar desapercibido. Es decir, si es que yo tal vez en algunos casos me voy a confundir, no pasa nada. Pero la diferencia es en el tema del tiempo. ¿Qué tan pronto va a suceder esa acción en el futuro? el más cercano, es decir, el más inmediato, esas son las, right? Then when and after are equal in some way. But we're going to look for it we have another lesson, right? And we're gonna take it until we're gonna look for examples until that lesson, okay? All right, so what else? Okay, notice that we're using the structure in the simple present. Nick and Sally will go into Valentina's, right? As soon as they put on their wigs, right? So this is the first action. And then, as a second action, immediately, they will go into Valentina's. And now we're going to look for before, until, and by the time.
We often use before, until, and by the time in a future time clause to introduce the event that will happen second.
Talia and Nick will get the proof they need before they finish dinner.
In the example, Nick and Talia will get the proof. Then they'll finish dinner.
Okay, in the last point, oh no, we have one more. In the last part of the time words, we're gonna look for before, until, and by the time. I'm going to use these time words to introduce the event that will happen second. So Nick and Talia, Talia and Nick will get the proof they need. So this is the first action before they finish dinner. So first of all, they're going to get the proof. Then they're going to finish dinner, okay? So it depends on what do you want to introduce first, right? For example, if I'm going to say, I don't know. Okay, what else? We can also use it in the past, right? For example, when I left the house this morning, it was raining, okay? When, so what does it mean? It happened first when I left the house, then it started raining, okay? So you have to take care in the time phrases. If we have this time word, sorry, I'm going to share a video with you and you're gonna watch it, please, because we're not gonna have enough time, we're not gonna do it, or well, we're gonna see, right? Puedes utilizar en realidad cualquiera de los tiempos y de las palabras de tiempo, pero hay que tener mucho cuidado que si es que, por ejemplo, ¿qué quiero dar a entender? ¿Ok? ¿Qué acción va a pasar primero y cuál va a pasar después? Todo depende, no de la estructura, depende del time word, ¿ok? Entonces el time word va a definir qué acción va a pasar primero. For example, if I'm going to say, when I finish the business, will you wait? Okay, so what does it mean? That first I'm going to finish the dishes because I'm using when. Then I will help you with the homework, and both actions are in the future. Okay? Do you get it? Any question maybe until this part?
Sorry, my microphone was off. I don't have any question, but I complicated myself with this.
I'm sorry, you what?
I don't have any question yet.
Okay, that's great. So we're almost to finish, right? and we're gonna continue with while. There is the while is that time word that is going to help us to indicate that two actions are going to happen at the same time. Let's take a view.
We use while in a future time clause to introduce an event that will happen at the same time as another event. While Dean and Jackie talk, Nick and Talia will listen to their conversation. In the example, Dean and Jackie will talk. At the same time, Nick and Talia will listen.
Okay. While is going, this time word is the last time word. We're gonna use it to indicate that two actions are going to happen. Well, we know in the future, but at the same time, there is no one action that is going to happen first and second. No, both are going to happen at the same time. While Dean and Jackie talk, Nick and Talia will listen to their conversation, right? So they are going to talk and listen at the same time. And that will be everything about point number 1. And let's finish with point number 6.
The future time clause can come at the beginning or end of the sentence. The meaning does not change. When the future time clause comes at the beginning of the sentence, we use a comma after it.
While you plant the mic, I'll look out for Dean and Jackie. I'll look out for Dean and Jackie while you plant the mic.
Okay.
Both sentences have the same meaning.
Okay, and this is about the order of the clauses, right? You can actually place it as you want. In writing, you have to take care. When we're going to start with the future time clause, we need to use a comma at the end of the clause. But if you're gonna place it at the end as a second clause, I'll look out for Dean and Jackie while you plant the mic. Then it's unnecessary to use a comma because while is like a connector, so it could be redundant. But this only applies in writing, okay? Talking about the comma and then, but you have to take care in that part. It's up to you if you're going to start with the future time clause or you're going to start with the main clause, but don't forget the comma in writing and of course the period, right? You don't have to forget the period though. And then I was looking for a negative one, but as I told you, we have to change the structure and it will be part of the conditional, right? Si bien quisiéramos poner esta oración en negativa, se podría, pero tendríamos que cambiar el tiempo verbal y eso es parte ya del zero conditional, que es el primer condicional que tenemos, y ya cambiaríamos la estructura, pero sí nos puede servir para hablar del futuro. Entonces, en específico de la lección de los future time clauses, no hay una negativa, si es que habría que cambiar el tiempo verbal. Y se utilizaría específicamente la lección del zero conditional para poder negar algo. Es decir, si vas a realizar algo, va a tener su consecuencia, ¿ok? Pero en cuanto a este tema, en cuanto a lo que se va a combinar, porque es la combinación de dos tiempos verbales, no existe una negativa en sí. ¿Ok? Es para mostrar más que todo la relación de dos acciones en el futuro. Entonces, si quisiéramos cambiar a negativa, utilizaríamos el zero conditional y ya cambiaríamos un poquito la estructura. So, I don't know if you have any question, maybe.
Sorry, miss, I was talking. I was saying that it's okay.
All right. This lesson it's very easy, right? Because we don't have something new. Okay, so now we're going to practice. Okay. Okay. So give me a second, please. I'm going to share my screen with you. Once you can see it, please let me know. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, can you please read the instruction?
Mm, check, read each dialogue. Click on true if the sentence about the dialogue is true. Click on false if the sentence is false.
Okay. So number 1, please.
I'm going to be home late. No problem. I will start dinner when you get home. It's false.
Okay. I want number 2.
This is delicious. You're going to be a great chef by the time you graduate. Thanks, but I still have a lot to learn. Anna thinks Ben will be a great chef before his graduation. It's sorry, Miss. It's it's false.
All right, thank you. How about number 3?
What time is your interview at Valentino's tomorrow? 1 o'clock. I'm going to leave school as soon as my class ends. Ben isn't going to stay for the whole class. It's false.
All right.
Will they hire you before you finish school? I hope so. Ben wants to go to work and go to school at the same time.
What do you think? Or false?
I think it's true. You don't really need the job. I'm going to work until you graduate. I know, but I want some experience. Anna will quit her job, then Ben will graduate. It's false. Let's invite Paula and Lee to dinner next week. Okay, I'll call them after we wash the dishes. It's false. Ben wants to call them at first and then wash the dishes. By the time we finish the dishes, they'll be asleep. You're right, I forgot we were eating so late. First day your friends will go to sleep. After that, Anna and Ben will finish the dishes. By the time it's true. I'll clean up while you call. Okay, thank you. Anna is going to clean up. the Anna is going to clean up at the same time when we call their friends. It's true.
All right, thank you. So we're gonna submit and let's see how was everything. And you only have one mistake, right? It was number 2. This is delicious. You're going to be a great chef by the time you graduate. Okay, so it was after. So the correct one is true, right? The future time clause with by the time introduces the event that will happen second, okay? So it was like a second action. By the time means like first you're going to be a great chef. Oh, by the time you graduate, okay? So that's the reason of why it is true, okay?
Okay.
All right. So any question maybe about the first practice?
No.
All right, thank you. So let's continue with the second one. Okay. So, all right. Okay, and we're gonna finish with this practice. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, can you please read the instruction?
Read each pair of sentences, rewrite them as one sentence with a future term clause, type the sentence into the blank. Be sure to use a comma and capital letter if necessary.
Okay, so number 1.
Um, First, we'll interview more people, then we'll hire a dessert chef. Before we'll hire a dessert chef, we'll interview more people.
We hire like this. And then we'll interview.
Before we hire.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it okay?
Yes.
All right. Okay, thank you. So how about number 2? We have as soon as customers will want to try the new desserts.
Customers will want to try the new desserts, then we'll see them. They will see them. Okay, I'm not sure this one. They will see them as soon as.
Okay, so customers will want to try the new desserts, as soon as it's to introduce the first section. Okay, so what do you think that could be the first section? Customers will want to try the new desserts, or they will see them.
Customers will want to try the new desserts as soon as they'll see them.
Okay, it sounds great. Okay. Customers will want to try new desserts as soon as they, don't forget, the you have to use the second person. Don't see that. Okay, how about number 2? No, I'm sorry, number 3.
DiCaprio is going to be in this neighborhood. He'll shot his next movie here. He'll shot his next movie here while is going to be in this neighborhood.
Why
Wow.
it's going to be?
While DiCaprio no.
How about if we, because while is to show the 2 actions are going to happen at the same time, okay? While he should, his next movie here, okay? In the simple present. Okay. How about number 4?
When the restaurants get a lot of business, people will find out.
When there's no get or get.
Gets.
Okay, get take comma, people will find out. Okay, how about number 5?
The coffee will be cold, then the waiter will bring the meal. By the time the waiter brings the milk, the coffee will be cold.
Coffee will be. And how about the last one?
The waiter is going to bring us more coffee, then I'll ask for the check. And after the waiter brings us more coffee, I'll ask for the check.
Okay, I'll ask for check. Okay, so do you want to modify something or it's okay?
I think it's okay.
All right, so let's submit and let's take view how was everything. And okay, you only have one mistake and it was in number 4, right? So when people find out, the restaurant will get a lot of business. So when people find out, the restaurant will get. Future time clause with when introduces an event that will happen first. Okay, so the first section is that people will find out, and then they'll get a lot of business. Okay.
Okay.
So, yes, that will be everything about the second practice. I don't know if you have any question, maybe.
No, it's okay.
All right, thank you. So right now I'm going to assign you the homework, right? Okay. It is gonna look, va a parecer como si fuera mucha tarea, ¿ok? Porque, bueno, en realidad se califica todo lo que te puedes imaginar se califica, right? Entonces vas a tener también un examen, right? Que se da cada fin de cada B, es decir, si se acaban las tres lecciones, se asigna el examen, ¿ok?
Ujú.
Entonces, hoy día estamos en sábado, te voy a dar clases hasta el día Monday until Tuesday at midnight, ¿ok? Is it okay for you?
Yes.
All right. If you are going to need more time, let me know, right?
Okay.
For the quiz, you're going to have an hour, and person is gonna grade you the capitalization and the punctuation. Take care. And you're going to have a model answer at the end of the exercises, as you've seen. Okay?
Okay.
Do you get it?
Excuse me?
Do you get it? Do you have any question maybe about the homework in there?
The homework is going to be on the platform, right?
Yes. Right now it may appear you. Tendría que aparecerte ahora mismo, de hecho. Y como no es mucho, entonces te aparece. Ah, y algo que me está olvidando. Tal vez en algunos casos se asigna doble vez. No sé por qué, creo que es problema de persona. Entonces, si es que te llegara a aparecer y digamos que ya has hecho el ejercicio y te vuelve a aparecer, lo omites. Basta con que lo hagas una vez. No sé si ahora te aparece.
It's not loading the platform.
O sí, es que cuando se asigna la tarea a veces toma un poquito de tiempo. Yo creo que va a tardar unos 10 minutos en que aparezca. Ok, entonces te tendría que aparecer y ahí te aparecen todas las tareas para realizar una por una. Igual y varias tareas de la clase, varias tareas de personal hicimos en clase, ¿sí? Tienes ahí los
I'm
videos
on
para-
the platform now, but I don't know where I have to enter to know what is the homework.
te aparece cuando estás ahí en la página principal, te aparece tarea asignada. A ver, te voy a mostrar una de las capturas que me envían los estudiantes. A ver, ¿quién me envía? Oh. Ok, esto es uno de los trabajos que me envían los estudiantes. Entonces tendría que aparecer así. En la parte de arriba te aparece assignments, course, gradebook and message, right? Donde dice assignment, haces doble clic y ahí te aparece el due date, start date, cuándo se ha asignado y demás. No sé si puedes verlo o no sé si te aparece.
Okay, I have a lot of homework, I guess.
Yes, that's what I told you, right? Es lo que te había comentado. Aparenta ser demasiada tarea, pero es lo que hemos visto en clase. Y en realidad lo que sí aparenta es por ejemplo, te voy a compartir mi pantalla. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what I assigned you. Okay, eso es lo que te asignan. Pero si te asigno todo, pero en realidad hay algunas partes que ni siquiera son parte de videos que las puedes continuar. Por ejemplo, en el pre-listening, pre-listening 1 y el pre-listening 2, te van a mostrar solo un video. Y ahí ya te vas a listening for information. Y en realidad esto y esto sería la tarea, esto no, pero es solo para que puedas ver los videos. Aparenta ser demasiado, pero no lo es. El mismo pasa con el vocabulario, con el speaking. Ok, esto ya es algo que se califica en clase, así que no. Aparenta ser mucho, pero igual y también otra cosa que influye es que a veces se asigna doble vez. Entonces, si te aparece, solo lo haces una vez, ¿ok?
Okay.
All right. So, because it's time and I have another course, we're gonna finish until this part, okay?
Okay.
All right. If you have any question about the homework, please DM. I'm on my cell phone there, all the time. So I'm gonna look I'm gonna be on it, okay?
Okay.
All right, so that will be everything for today, Nicole. Have a great weekend. I'm going to see you on Monday, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Miss. Bye.
All right, don't worry.